Late Night Whispers on this gorgeous radio. And I am Coco. And tonight we have.
I am Michael Barnes, and we have Donald Burris here.
And she's going to tell us a little bit about her business.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Donna Burris, and my business is life insurance. I recently started working for myself as an entrepreneur, but fortunately, I can own and operate as if I have my own business, but work under a large international company, American Income Life. So there, we're founded in 1951. The company that I work for is locally right here in Lanham, Maryland. Matter of fact, Bar Agency. So the insurance business is really good. And as you know, we all need that in our life.
So, what
Yes.
got you into doing this?
Well, they found me. The agency actually found me. I've always supported sales, and it's a sales job, but it's the mission and the culture that I like best. I love helping people. I love educating people about the insurance, and basically that's what got me into the business.
Because, like, I know my mother, like, when she buys large, like a TV set or not even a TV set, like a car, she's always put insurance on those type of items just in case something happened where she couldn't pay it and I'm stuck with it. So, is that the type of insurance or is this a little more different?
Well, it's an investment, and you're absolutely right. We have to insure everything. Most recently, we're penalized if we don't have the health insurance. So we have health insurance, house insurance, car insurance, you name it. So
Flood insurance.
you name it.
Yes.
So people in the, especially African American people, have a reluctancy to invest in themselves to get their insurance straightened out, and it's a benefit to themselves and to their loved ones, and so when that final time comes, they're covered.
I kind of found that it's kind of taboo in the Afro American community when we talk about life insurance with our family members, especially with our mothers and fathers or people that's getting older. It's kind of touchy subject
It is.
because they looking at you like, well,
I have
you
time.
try. I have time, or are you trying to knock me off or get some money? But it's
Right,
really
right.
something that you need. Could you expound on that?
Oh, yes, it is absolutely an investment. It's a cost savings plan. And if you really, once you really get into it, you'll realize that it's more beneficial than a 401k or a mutual fund because you actually can't lose with this. And a lot of people figured it out, but, and we haven't, of course, but it's a cost savings plan and benefits you before the final days. You can borrow against it at any time and never pay a penalty for it. You're not taxed on it either.
Okay.
Yes,
And what is the difference between term life
and whole life.
and whole life? I think a lot
Okay,
of people get that confused. They
that's
really
true.
don't know.
Okay, it's simple. Term is temporary.
Hmm.
It will end at a certain period of time, and whole life, frankly, is permanent. So you can live until 110 or whatever the age may be. But term, it normally ends after your working years. So every, working class families usually have it through their job, but
Right.
it's tied to your continued employment. So you won't have that once you leave your job either.
Okay.
So, when people have term, tell our viewers who would be best fit for term towards life. Does that make sense? Or at least just for the term, who would
Term
benefit
is
that?
good to have, but you absolutely need final expenses, which is
For the
traditionally whole life insurance. Um, there's a myth that you need a lot of money. You want to leave your family well off, and what you want to do is have that money immediately when it's time to handle your final expenses immediately. So while the rest of the money is going to come in,
Right.
it doesn't always come in right away.
Exactly.
Right.
So term, if you have the term, is great, but you also definitely need to have whole life insurance. Yes.
Okay. And also, I found out that in
Mhm.
our community, a lot of families they'll have life insurance, but they won't cover their children.
Okay.
So I find a lot of people when they have a child that's passed away that they're
Mhm.
left with that debt because
Right.
they don't
They
cover their
don't.
children. Right.
That's unfortunate as well because my company and we pride ourselves. Basically, we cater to union members, credit unions, and private associations, and family members to those members of the union. And it's a rider. It's it's basically free. We have, I would say, at no cost almost because it's only a minuscule amount of money.
Mhm.
If you had one kid or up to 10 kids, it would cover you for one fee, and each child would be totally covered for a specific amount of money.
Okay, that's great.
Mhm.
That's great.
So
That's
is
wonderful.
there like is there too late to get insurance?
No.
Like if somebody, like let's say my mom is 90,
Yes.
is it too late for her to get insurance? Would she be able to still have everything covered at 90 to me being 50
The
something?
object is of insuring as early as possible because you get more for your money. Is no better time than the present time if you don't have any. But at a certain point, they do cut it off. They cut off the age limit where you can get insurance. Yeah,
Oh,
because there's a risk,
okay.
and insurance companies are assuming that risk, but at that age, and everybody's not insurable. So that's a myth too. You think you can wait forever, and you can't. You have to get it sooner than later. Yes.
So for the people who may not understand, the insurance you pay into that and all the money that you've paid into it, that's pretty much what you get at the end. Is that how it works? Or does the insurance company match? Like if I put in 5,000, they match that? How does, I mean, I
No,
don't know. So
basically, you're gonna receive more than you ever pay into it. That's
oh wow.
yes. So,
Okay.
um, it depends on how much of coverage you want. It depends. Everybody, no two people are exactly alike. They pretty much you target your final expenses. You target um, your home. You want to protect your home and your mortgage or your income protection, and then the fourth is your child, your children's education. So it depends on what was most important to you, or if it even applies to you. Everybody's not married. Everybody don't have kids. So the younger you are, the the better it is, and you know less costly it is too. So the whole life insurance is a little bit more riskier, but it's federally regulated like anything else. So no matter what you may see on television, and they tell you you can get a whole lot of insurance for a little bit of money, no, it won't apply. Depending on
Okay.
your circumstances.
So say if I didn't have any insurance, I was getting policy from you today.
Yes,
How long would it take that to go into effect? So say
immediately.
immediately. So if I
Immediately,
got
yes.
it today and I died tomorrow,
You would
I
get
could
paid.
collect it.
Yes,
Oh,
but
I mean, that's
wow.
the question
technically,
everybody needs
no,
to know.
no. That's a
Yeah,
fair
yeah.
that's a fair question.
You know,
Because once we tell you, the agency actually wanted to accomplish a set of goals, and that is one of them. You would be covered immediately. There's no waiting period because we're assuming that you're healthy, and the questions the underwriting is going to do their part, but if you're honest and we do our due diligence and vetting you during the presentation and your application, then once you pay that, it's going to come out. The bank will make your payment,
right.
and that would be within 24 to 48 hours. Trust me, you would be paid out. Your family or whoever you left as beneficiary.
Okay, so
Mhm.
would that then also include me having a physical in some cases
No.
or every case or
Well, we asked, have you been to a physician in the last 5 years?
right?
So if you have not seen a physician, then we'll send one out to you at no cost.
Okay, that's great.
Yes. So if you've seen a physician, then they can pull your records because you're going to do a disclosure through HIPAA,
Okay,
where they can pull your medical records.
right.
Hmm.
And what's the average amount per month that you would pay? Or just,
That's based on your age, your health, and your sex.
so give us like
And
hypothetical. What's the lowest to
okay,
the
I'm
medium?
50, so me.
okay.
I mean, I'm
Thank you.
55. I'm not 50. I'm
Yeah, I know. I was
55.
gonna say
So
because you like my age.
I'm 55.
Well, 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so the average males are a little bit more costly than females. Now, are you a smoker?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so that came into play in 2014 where they differentiated smoking from non-smokers. So depending on how much you want coverage, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. This is whole life insurance now, mind you. That will carry you through your life expectancy.
Okay.
Now, can you borrow from that at all?
Absolutely, that's
Oh,
that's the
wow.
cost savings plan. Yes, there's
Now, for people, and I'm always go back to
but
my mom. I know my mom is 90, but I know she got insurance probably when
way
I was
back.
born.
They had penny insurance back then. You know where the insurance
With
agencies
the
would
little
come
Gerber
with,
baby on it.
well, no, yeah, they still have the Gerber insurance, but where people would come to your door and collect the money.
Right.
Oh yeah, back then, your mom could tell you about it.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then it
I
wasn't
remember that.
that it didn't cost a lot to bury a person back then, as it does today. Today's average cost is $15,000. To go back to your question, how much would it cost you today? So you're looking at probably at least 60 or $70 a month
Well,
for
that's not
about
bad.
25 or 30, maybe $25,000 of
Right.
coverage. So I still would have to plug it into my analysis. We do a needs analysis, and it'll fill in the gaps of
Oh,
all your coverage.
okay. That's great.
Now, what
Okay.
if people like you were saying healthy wise, like smoking cigarettes? What if the person wants to start that has a disability? Then would their insurance be on the same level? Would they still get the same coverage as a regular person or a person that doesn't smoke cigarettes?
Oh, yes. It depends on what type of disability. So I would have to actually, look that up to see. But depends on your disability. You can be covered like anybody else.
All right, now we're going to roll
Mhm.
back just a little bit because Donna didn't tell anybody
Okay.
anything about her as of how to get in contact with her. So we're going to roll. And can you tell your name
Okay,
and
so
all that, email
yes.
or
Okay.
Facebook, all of that, please?
Well, I am on Facebook, Donna Burris, with a double R and a double S, Burriss. My email address where you can reach me, I'm at Burris, my last name first name last, no dots, no spaces, at yahoo.com. BURRISSDONNA at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Okay. We're
That's
going to take a 2 minute break or 2 second break or whatever. So this late night whispers on this gorgeous radio, and we'll be back.
Thank you.
All right, now. It's Late Night Whispers on this gorgeous radio, and I am Coco, and my co host is.
I am Michael Barnes.
And today we have an unusual topic. We have now, if you notice, we have an extra person sitting on the couch. Can you please tell us your name, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then discuss the topic?
Good afternoon. My name is Ty Goddard. I am the parent of a student at Phelps Senior High School. I am also the vice president of the Parents Committee.
Okay, and you want to discuss what's going on at Phelps?
Exactly. I would like to discuss the issues that are now that Phelps students face today. One of the issues is a lack of leadership. They're having difficulties with the leadership. The leadership has been abusive, he has been bullying, and he has been threatening towards the students. All of these things are documented And what the students is asking for is the immediately removal of the principal of Phelps Senior High School due to his intimidation, his bullying, his lack of communication, and his inability to connect with the students there. Phelps had had several protests. We have several school walkouts. We also have several meetings with the central office of DCPS, and as of today, we have not received any results. So now we're looking for results.
So,
All right. Now, earlier before she came on, we showed a little clip. We showed a little clip of what's going on. That was also on Channel 9's news. Now, I don't know too much about Phelps, but I do understand about bullying. So you're referring that this is a principal that is bullying the students?
Yes, and I can give you an example. One example is a student had his hood on. So the principal told the student, please remove your hoodie so that I can identify you on the camera in case you do something. And to me, that is a little profiling and undertone racism. And my first immediate reaction is this is how the leadership at Phelps Senior High School conduct business? Do you think these are good practices? And for me as a parent, I was devastated. I am now fearful for the safety of my child if these practices going on. And not only that, the leadership of Phelps is removing all the women of color and replacing them with Caucasian teachers. And what type of messages are you sending to our students? These are the things that Phelps students is faced with. Instead of studying, which we send our kids to go to school, they have to worry about these adult issues that they should not be worried about. I am concerned because I have asked the chancellor of DCPS school, Louis Furby, to meet with us. Yet, as of yet, he has not contacted us. He has not put us on the radar. So as a parent, it makes me feel like my child is not enough, that we are not valued as human beings. If you, the chancellor of DCPS school, has not put us on your schedule or taken time out your busy day to address these issues.
Mike, you had a
um,
question?
how
Yes.
long has this principal been there, and do you know what is his background? Where did he come from?
Exactly. We don't know his background because Phelps Senior High School was not paneled. Normally, the procedure is the principal is paneled so that he can have a committee to say if he a good fit for the school. But Phelps didn't have that privilege. And I want to express this. The head of the head persons, or better yet, the instructional superintendent told me herself there was not enough time for Phelps to be paneled. So in other words, we was not good enough. We was not thought of as being relevant. So what they did is they placed this principal that came from Chicago at Phelps Senior High School. We had no say. We didn't know anything was going on. Only thing we know is he showed up.
Okay, give me 1 minute. I thought that the video was shown, so we're going to take 1 minute to show the video real quickly, and then we'll be right back.
So students at Phelps High School in Northeast DC, they're protesting recent cuts in the school's budget. They're planning walkouts, sit-ins, and marches to fight for certain programs that may be on the chopping block. These students say they will not be backing down anytime soon. Here's Inez de la Cuatera.
Parents, teachers, and students of Phelps High School have had enough.
So you all need to call downtown because I've been calling.
So they're speaking up to protest cuts in the school's budget.
The power is in your hands.
Holding school walkouts, sit-ins, and marches.
So a lot of us came to school wearing all black, participating, marching for the things that we wanted.
According to Ward 5's representative on the D.C. Board of Education, the mayor's initial proposal for school funding has Phelps losing roughly 5% of the money it received last year. And that means possible staffing cuts, as well as the possible elimination of the popular Junior Reserve Officers Training Program.
I'm part of JLTC, so I didn't want to get JRTC taken away from me. So it was like a really big problem.
Carrie Bonilla says she'd much rather be focusing on her schoolwork, but the proposed changes have her and her peers feeling like they have to take action.
For all the students that are coming in next year, they can have not lived the experience that we live right now as freshmen.
Some say the problem at Phelps is emblematic of a broader citywide issue.
We have a finite amount of money that is allocated to our schools, and there are just simply too many schools.
All right, we're back. Now, the video has been played. Now, for me, if I had a child, number one, I think that I would, number one, be sitting at Mayor Bowser's front door. I would be sitting at her front office. Have you all thought to just be sitting, like a group of you all, just sit downtown or sit at her office until somebody speaks to you all?
Yes, we thought about that, but what we were trying to do is we was trying to follow the command of change,
Chain of command.
the chain of command. But at this point, it hasn't got us anywhere. I have contacted the mayor. I have sent the mayor emails. I have even asked to get on her schedule. But as of yet, none of those things have been done. Mayor Bowser, I'm calling you out. Please get in contact with Ty Garter of Phelps Senior High School. Please have your staff to review my emails I sent you, review all the documents that we have sent you so that we can get to the bottom of this matter. And what I do want to say is none of DCPS official students attend Phelps, so they don't take it personally. I take it personally because I have a stake in the game. My child attended, and as a taxpayer dollar, I have the right for a great education and a safe environment. And let's go back and talk about your policies. If you go to the website, their policy says, their vision says that they are responsible of giving our children a good and safe environment. I don't call this a good, safe environment at all.
Right. Who is the council member in that ward?
Kenyon McDuffie.
You reached out to him?
I also emailed him
Right.
with no response.
Oh, wow.
Well, I think you need to be diligent and just keep
Yes,
pushing
I do
forward
believe.
because
Yes.
it seems like there is a bit of profiling, and that's
Exactly.
terrible. And if they're replacing us with somebody else that can't, relate to us,
Exactly.
There you
right?
go.
That's going to only hurt us. So
Yes.
yeah, I think you need to keep pressing the mayor and get the whole school active.
Well,
You know?
maybe we can meet the mayor at the voters' pool. You know, when it's time to vote, I see you all the time in my neighborhood. You're showing up, you're sending me flyers. But when a problem occurs, I can't find you. So is that the practice of a good mayor?
Preach on. Preach
Right.
on.
I mean, I'm just asking as a constituent. You know, the person who stand in line and vote for you, you say you're going to do all these things, but then when you get in office, I can't find you.
Right. You're
I
right.
have gave you my email, and I'm quite sure you can find me. So I look forward to a phone call from the mayor.
Okay, how about so that since you are videotaping this and showing this, can you please give us your information so
Sure.
that people can reach out to you?
Yes, my name is Ty Goddard. My email is tygoddard@yahoo.com.
Spell that.
TYIGODDARD@yahoo.com.
Alrighty. Did you have any other questions?
Um,
If
no,
not,
no other questions.
all right.
What I would also like to say, we would like to once again we want to immediately remove of the principal from Phelps Senior High School, at least until you do an investigation of all of these allegations. The allegations that teachers have grievances against the principal, you're bullying our teachers. How can our teachers teach our students if they're scared? If they're scared of the principal?
Right.
So these are a lot of issues that should be addressed.
I do have one other comment.
Yes.
You need to, if you go to church, get your clergy involved. Because
Okay.
all of these people in your communities, go to your community meetings, get your clergy involved because all these people are voters.
Exactly.
So when you get them involved and let them know, okay, if you can't support what we need you to support, then we're not going to vote for you because we don't need you in office if you're not going to help us. That's your job. You work for us.
I truly agree.
Right.
I truly agree.
All right. Well, also too, during my segment, I always do a little bit of news. So I happened to watch the news today, and this is in L.A. and there's a car chase, speeding through L.A. streets while a white woman was driving and a white guy was hanging out the window shooting. OMG. Now, the reason why I brought this topic up is, don't quote me on the bullets, but they did 5 bullets, if I'm not mistaken. The white woman that was driving is still alive. The white guy that was shooting, and I mean, he was shooting. He's still alive. But you're standing 10 feet away from a black guy running, and you decide to shoot him. And I'm not. I wish I could tell you every case, but one particular guy was in a park, big. He was every bit of like 250, maybe even 300 pounds. 5 feet away from the police officer, and you're shooting a guy that's running. Like, really, how fast could he run? You mean to tell me you couldn't have just used a taser or something, but you put almost 25 bullets in this man, like, for real? But you got a high-speed chase for 2 hours in LA, like 2 hours, not an hour, not an hour and 15 minutes, but 2 hours, and he is shooting. If I'm not mistaken, I think the guy shot maybe 10, 20 times, just shooting. So let me just think. What do you think about that? You're going to shoot a guy in his back, but at the same time, you're going to shoot a black man. And this one guy I really want to talk about. He was a young guy, maybe 16, 18, in the middle of a street. This guy shot him, and you could literally see the bullets go through his chest, come out the back. I know 16 to 26 shots went through this guy. I mean, like, when you gonna stop? I know a little bit about the law, just a tad bit, so don't quote me, but I know when I was learning to shoot, this, that, and the other, I was always taught to shoot below the waist. You can shoot a leg, you can shoot an arm, at least that person will still be. But I mean, one shot, if you if you throw out one bullet, that bullet hits that person, if anything, that's gonna wound him. Man.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand this.
Well, you can't police what you hate. You have to go all the way back to the film Birth of a Nation, right? So they demonized us. Anything you don't want to deal with, you demonize it and you devalue it. That way you can use the excuse to kill it. Because if it doesn't mean anything, then you can shoot it, and then you can try to use the oh, I'm so terrified. You're not terrified. It's your job to serve and protect.
No different than, and again, I just wish I could remember what these places were. This white lady called 911 because there was some black people in the park grilling. Like,
Really?
come
I
on.
saw it.
Really? Come on. Just help me out. I don't even want to be black sometimes because it's like I'm scared. I got pulled over a while ago, and if I had not thrown out names, and I'm going down Bladensburg Road, and not one cop, before he gets out, 2 more cops come. They have their hands on their hips, and I'm like, for real? And I'm calling somebody that I know that's a sergeant. Can you call these people back? And then 2 more cop cars came, and I'm like, look, it's a black woman with a dog in the car. Can we keep it 100?
Yeah.
There's no justice.
No.
And then within a period of minutes, I was able to get her, and it stopped. They left.
Well,
Okay, can we keep on talking? Don't stop because I'm looking at my phone. Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Play the clip. Thank you. I'm sorry.
In a Prius.
Welcome to our viewers here on the News Now for the Fox10Phoenix.com. Indeed, police chase is happening right here, so we are following this. It's a Prius. Sky Fox up in the air. Mike Pace, the voice of Police Chases, is here with you. Viewer discretion is advised during these times. You just don't know what could happen or what that suspect is going to do. I'm just going to be updating here the lower third here for us. We're continuing to provide you with these aerial Sky Fox in the air. Let's see what happens here. High rate of speed right now, and we just don't know what that suspect is going to do. All right, we will continue to wait and see just how this is all going to unfold here. Let's take a look here. Sky Fox trying to zoom in here. They do have a definite passenger, and oh boy, does that look like some sort of weapon? It might be. Oh boy. So we don't know what's going to happen here. We've never seen this before, where you see the handgun from right there. And this could get very ugly very fast. We just don't know what's going to happen, everyone. Viewer discretion is heavily advised.
Shit, jeez, he's shooting it.
In a Prius?
Okay, so this might be a situation where we don't know how this is all going to unfold, everyone. Okay, and there we go. We do have now, shots are being fired here from police.
Situation here on Edge Live Channel 1, we urge caution and discretion.
Wow.
There's a shootout going on at Edge Live Channel 1 versus KTTV.
There we go. We are seeing multiple shots being fired right now. Sky Fox is going to, right now, zoom away here just for a little bit. You're watching this all unfold right here. Very, very graphic, as you can see.
Okay, thank you. We're back now. We just showed you the clip. So back to what I was saying. I found out that the guy that did have the gun, he is dead. But still, I just don't even understand. Again, us as black people, we can get shot 1.5 million times, but a white person, and we're going to go back just a little bit, just to let people know that Ed Phelps, I have no problem in saying it, it is a white Caucasian principal. So I guess you would kind of get that. Now, I'm going to be a little devil's advocate. We can learn from the white, the black, Chinese, whatever. But at the same time, I can go along with you because you know my struggle. Now, even though I have white people in my family and all of that, I understand their struggle because I was raised up with them. But I don't think they will ever get the struggle that we did because my mom was a slave on a level. Her parents were a slave. So therefore, white people have never been a slave. So therefore, they can never. I mean, even to today, I'm like, really? Why do y'all want to do everything like what we do? You want to wear our hair too, but then again, we can't say too much because a lot of us do the same. They want all this long, pretty hair. Yeah, I have braids, but this is my hair. All of this is my hair. Feel me? So therefore, I'm not putting long and locks here and locks there, and I'm not shaming. You do what you like. I do what I like. I'm simple. I'm easy. 1, 2, 3. I'm ready to go. Yeah. But did you have anything else that you wanted to elaborate? And then
yes, this is what the students are saying. They don't care what kind of leadership is, as long as the leadership is for the students. That was their main agenda. They want leadership that's going to support, inspire, and uplift the students. If the principal had came in there on a good note, wanted to work with the teachers and the students, we would not have any problem. He wanted to come and he wanted to fire teachers that don't look like him, and he wanted to replace white teachers. He's not for the students. He's undertone racism. He's bullying. He's threatening. So those practices clearly is not what we want for our children. He took away JROTC program. Yes, he wanted to take away a science program, but we fought to get that back. Phelps need more funding. We need more technology. It's a technology school, but the technology is out of date. So how can we produce the best of the best if you're not giving them the supplies to be the best of the best? Please, let's be proactive and not reactive. I urge the city leaders, I urge Department of Education to please reach out to Phelps so that we can resolve this issue, so we can make a pleasant, safe educational environment for our students, because one day they will be leading this country.
That's right.
Now, did you have any more? Oh, sorry, Donna. Do you have anything to?
No, we need them to reconcile, well, yes, a little bit. So
Okay.
if they would meet our demands and re-establish the programs that they wanted to cut and give us the budget we need and respect the students, and where they're not afraid and fear for their lives, and make it a better place. Make
Your
it
daughter goes to Phelps
Yes,
too.
my
Okay.
daughter. I have a child too. I'm
I
an
love your
empty
daughter.
nested parent. Yes. So
All right.
we both have kids
Michael,
there.
do
Yes.
you have any
Well,
more?
in closing, I thought this was a great show.
Okay.
Speaking
We're
about,
not done yet.
we're not done. Okay. Well, it still was a great show. Speaking about life insurance, I think that a lot of times we need to know that, especially in our communities and in our culture, that's kind of taboo to us. And also speaking about Phelps in the school system, we have to get more involved in our communities. And when it comes time to vote, we have to vote, especially when it
Right.
comes to local voting. We have to let those politicians know they work for us. So therefore, if they're not going to do their job and support our agenda, then we need to put our vote behind someone else, right? They work for us. They work in our communities. So it is very, very important that you spread this word to everybody. You have to vote. If you don't vote, you can't be complaining and fussing.
And we
So
have a community of people and parents
Yes.
and stakeholders that are out there fighting with us.
That's right.
And we're emailing and robocalling these the council members and the city officials, DCPS city officials.
And reach out to some local unions also. I mean, I'm in the union. I work for Omada, 689. I know some of the members there. They got kids that go to Phelps. So, I mean, it's a whole lot of organizations that you can bring together and we can work together.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Now, also too, I want to put the little plugs out for Late Night Whispers. We interview and speak to people who have businesses, black business, from women to men to whatever. So if you are interested and you have a business and you want to put yourself out there on display, please let me know. You can reach me at It's Gorgeous Radio on Facebook, Instagram. You can also reach me on Late Night Whispers on Facebook, Instagram. My number is 202-510-2199. If that's a better way for you to reach me. If you I lost my whole train of thought. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm gonna let Donna go back to breaking a little bit more down. Make sure that you tell us your name, your addresses, whatever you need to get in contact with you, and I just wish I could remember what I was gonna say.
Thank you. Okay, so yes, again, my name is Donna Burris, and I work for American Income Life. We're actually located right here in Lanham. It's the law agency, so we service everyone. We do cater specifically to unions, credit unions, and private associations. And I can be reached at burrisdonna@yahoo.com, BURRISS Donna, DONNA, at yahoo.com. Now, if you want to call me, you can do so on 301-785-4119. Please call me. I'll be happy to serve you and bring you these great benefits. Thank you.
And my last thing that I just thought about was if you also too would like to have a commercial placed onto our radio show, please let me know. This is the end of our show, so this is I am Coco, your co-host, and
I'm Michael Barnes.
it's Late Night Whispers on It's Gorgeous Radio. Peace.